not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who's actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there's no effort without error and shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows, in the end, the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat.
All right, Wolves hockey fans, welcome to another edition of Wolves Hockey Show, the number one rated hockey-themed show on Lakes Region Public Access. I'm here alone today as our other coaches, members of our coaching staff, are working with the EHL team in preparation for this week's playoff series. A lot of hockey action last weekend. Our junior teams were in action, in limited action, and our youth teams had a big event on Sunday. First, we'll talk about that big event on Sunday. Wolves youth teams, our 15s, our 16s, and our 18s were in action in a 3-on-3 challenge, where we compiled all the players into a group and divided them up, with each team wearing throwback jerseys for periods in the Wolves' history. It was a great event. All our kids had a good time. We had a round-robin style format that culminated in a playoff series and then pitted our teams in a final, and it was Team Blue, wearing the Laconia Leafs throwback jerseys from 2008 to 2012, wearing those jerseys and winning the Challenge Cup. Congratulations to those guys on Team Blue. We have a video. We're going to show you some of the events from this Sunday's action. So here's some images from Sunday's action. There's Zach Yakuza and Jack Kovacs on Team Wolves Red. We also had Team Wolves Black, throwback red, Laconia Leafs jerseys in action. It was a lot of fun. Culminated in a playoff series between the Wolves and Leafs Blue. This was a memorable moment here. A penalty shot for Charles Day. Team Leafs Blue is down by 1. Day comes in on Owen Courier, fakes to the forehand, pulls it backhand, and puts it in. That tied the game and set up a final hectic minute in which Leafs Blue pulled it out. And there they are, the champions. Laconia Blue raising the cup in celebration for their Challenge Cup victory. Great job, guys. A lot of fun, a lot of action here in the building. There's Daniel Lopez Franco, and Ryan Sember raising the cup in celebration. And there are all our athletes wearing their throwback uniforms in a final team setting. Great job, guys. Thanks for a great year. One of the best seasons ever for Wolves youth hockey. So after the 3-on-3, we awarded some award winners to each of our teams. First up, for the U15s, congratulations is in order for the U15 MVP, Cam Plum. He was their leading scorer, set the pace every night. Unsung hero goes to Alex Henson, a player who was converted from forward to defense and played outstandingly all season for Coach Guerin's team. For the U16s, our MVP was Daniel Lopez Franco, who was outstanding in nets, played a portion of the year with no backup goalies, so every game was dependent upon Daniel standing on his head, playing well in nets. He led the team to a 32-win season and NEPHL championship. Unsung hero is Alex Valentini, a player who moved up from the AA level and was now playing at the AAA level for the 16s, and quietly had a strong season. Wasn't an all-star in any of our leagues, but just played consistent minutes. And then finally, for our U18s, one of the leading scorers in the East Cell, Owen Guerin was the MVP for the U18 full season. And then in nets, the unsung hero, Owen Courier. Special congratulations to those guys. Outstanding achievements. Great work. Now, on to our EHLP team. They played 2 games this weekend. Closely contested battles against the New Hampshire Avalanche. That'll be a preview for the playoff series, pitting those 2 teams against each other starting on March 17th. But before we get to that playoff series, we got 2 highlights from the games this weekend. First highlight for the EHLP, Late power play. Nate Guinness gets zone entry. He leaves it for Brendan Marcoux, who makes a nice walk, gets the puck to the net, and it's tipped out front by Aiden Beckman. Aiden is a 2-year member of our EHL Premier team, set a great screen in front and tipped it home. Nice job, Aiden. Second highlight is from Sunday's action. Alex Valentini clears the puck. It kicks out U18 MVP Owen Guerin, who steps across the blue line, finds a hole on the goalie, and buries the puck. He's been playing tremendously well. Congratulations, Owen Guerin, on that U18 EHLP call-up, and nice goal. Good work. So the EHL team had the weekend off. They finished the regular season in the EHL Power Rankings as number 3rd overall in the league. After a slow start, to make that kind of advancement within the league deserves a tip of the cap to the EHL coaching staff led by Coach Tim Kuhns. Great job. Now, that set them up as the number 2 seed in the North Division. They'll be playing the Vermont Lumberjacks starting on Wednesday. Here's a preview of the playoff series for you at home. Wednesday's game is at 1:45 here at the Merrill Fay Arena. They'll follow that up with game 2 at an early start, 9 a.m. on Thursday. Best of 3 series, so if it makes it to a third game, we'll have the home ice advantage here in Laconia. We want to make sure all our fans are coming out. 6 p.m. Saturday night, game 3, if necessary. Make sure you come out and support the team. Now, the team's been playing well really since November 1st. They've been one of the top teams in the league. A number of kids make some college commitments. One of the players who's made a huge impact on that roster has been Jack Bortle. He was injured for the first month and a half of the season. He actually went home to Ohio for a period of time to rehab and get ready. And since he's come back, has made a consistent contribution each time he's been in that lineup. He's kind of an unsung player where he's used in different situations, whether it be on the 5-on-5 or on the PK, where he excels. And has made a consistent effort, a consistent contribution to that lineup. We got an interview coming up right now with Jack Bortle, number 27 on the Wolves EHL team. All right, hockey fans, here you have him, number 27 on the Wolves EHL team, Jack Bortle. Welcome to the Wolves Hockey Show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, as mentioned in the leading up to the interview, Jack was injured for a good portion of the early part of the season. Then when he came back, it really coincided with the Wolves team starting to really play well and take off, and he's been a big part of that lineup. Tell me about your injury. Tell me about what you did in your time off. I know it wasn't time off, but like what you did when you returned home and how you got ready to get back in that lineup.
Yeah, for sure. So I hurt myself last February in a game. I just fell on my knee very hard, and my shin guard came off. And initially, I thought it was a deep bone bruise, but I came to find out I had fractured my patella, which is my kneecap. And so I ended up having surgery on it, and it was a pretty long recovery. I was out for about 9 months. But during my time off, I mean, I tried to do what I could just to prepare for the season. It was obviously a little stressful because I wasn't skating. I wasn't really like lifting or anything, but I was doing what I could. So I would practice my like hands and shooting just about every day. I would do some meditation and visualization of just like myself playing hockey. And then I would do all my physical therapy and upper body workouts a lot too. I would just try and stay active. Obviously, like all I wanted to do was play hockey, but I found ways to stay occupied. So
It's a good story. Now, you were here during training camp and then you went home. What was that like mentally? Like you said, you did some visualization and sports like psychology, different tactics, but really, what was that like? Being with the team and then having to be a part of it, and now that feeling of coming back. What was that mental process?
So when I first came up, I was here for 2 weeks in training camp, and it was great to get to know all the guys and stuff. But I was still about 6 to 8 weeks away from being able to skate, and I really couldn't work out with them. I was kind of doing my own thing, and so it was nice. Like everybody welcomed me. I became one of the boys, but I wasn't like with them. I wasn't working out with them, and so there were times when I was just like, I kind of want to just really focus on getting my knee healthy, and then so I decided to go back home and work with my physical therapist back home, and then she got me feeling good, came back up, and now it's just we're rolling. So it's a great time.
Well, that's a great story, and I think that you added a piece to that lineup that wasn't there. Early on in the season, we had some struggles and we had a lot of collapses. Like we would have a 2-1 game or 1-1 game, and then all of a sudden it would turn into 6-1 in the third period. And we knew that wasn't what the room was all about. Like, there was talented players in that room, some of the best players in the league, in my opinion. But we needed that jam, that stick-activity, that effort, that hard work, that mental toughness, and you provided a lot of that. Tell me about what you think you contribute to the Wolves EHL lineup.
So I think the biggest thing I've been contributing recently is my ability to be reliable in the D zone. So I can get pucks out all the time. I can catch my breakout passes, get moving up the ice, and then once I get in the O zone, I'm pretty good at like cycling the puck and keeping it down there. I've been trying to add more to that, and I feel like I've been getting more confidence. I've also taken on a bit of a penalty killing role, and so I've been trying to really work on those skills as well.
Absolutely. So now, thinking ahead, two big questions. What are you guys focused on for this upcoming playoff series against Vermont?
So I mean, we know what Vermont is. We've played them 6 times now, and we know that like we can think about them a little, but I think the big thing is just focus on ourselves. And we know that if we play our game and everyone's moving their feet and doing their job, like we know we can make a really big run here. So
I couldn't agree more. We won 4 out of 6, but they've all been really close games. So it's that team that's mentally sharp, dialed in, prepared, ready to play. That's gonna have the winning effort for sure. Now you have one more year of junior after this year. You're an 02 birth year. What are you looking to do in your future, both academically and athletically?
So I'm planning on playing another year of junior hockey, and I would like to play NCAA hockey after that. I just love playing hockey. It's what I love to do. So I just want to get like as good as I possibly can, and this is definitely a good spot to do it with all the ice time and good coaching. So
I think a college that wants to build a team. Sometimes colleges are a little fickle, and they're always looking for the guys who can score or do this. But if you're looking to build a team and you're looking to find role players, I think that's where you can find a real niche. Like you can kill penalties, you can wear team kit, you can be tough to play against, you can get pucks out of your own end by making strong, smart plays and not turning pucks over. So there's a lot to build off of there for sure. What would you like to study in college?
So I'm not 100% certain yet, but I've been thinking about either something in exercise science or business. So maybe like a minor in one thing, major in the other. I'm not positive yet, but something along those lines.
We have a great kid who came through the program, very similar to yourself. A kid named Jake Drucker came through the program about 5 years ago. Had a knee surgery over the summer. He didn't tell me about that. He didn't want the coach to know, and then all of a sudden we found out he's like chosen a training camp and he's got this big slit in his knee. But he had a similar story where he found a role and then went on to NYU, not NCAA hockey, but it's a really good ACHA level, and now he's at University of Pennsylvania getting his law degree. You can imagine. So great kid. You have a lot of similar characteristics to Jake, and I think if a team finds looking to build a roster, build a team, a championship caliber team, they're going to say a lot of positive things to Jack Boyle. So keep up the good work, buddy.
I will.
Anything to say to the your folks at home?
Just thanks for supporting me. It's I'll be home soon enough, but we got to win a championship.
A couple more weeks,
so,
right?
Yeah.
A couple more weeks.
Yeah, so got to win first.
Absolutely. There you have it, folks. Jack Boyle, make sure you check him out. We have a first playoff game Wednesday at 1:45. Thursday at 9 a.m., and then Saturday again, if necessary, primetime slot here in Laconia, 6 p.m. Come out and see number 27. So that was a great interview with Jack Boyle. I think it's a great message for a lot of kids at home who want to get to the next level, want to play junior hockey, or want to play college hockey. You don't always have to be the big flashy goal scorer. Coach Kuhns sees a lot of those character traits in him. On good championship teams, and Coach Kuhn certainly played for a lot of good championship teams, whether it's 3 in Europe or an NCAA championship at Boston College. And you need those players who contribute positively to the locker room and find and earn their minutes, and certainly Jack is that type of player. So make sure when you come out and check your next Wolves EHL game, keep an eye out for number 27. Now, this past week, we had a lot of great alumni news. Some of our college players who are excelling at the next level. NE10, two players really excelled there in their freshman season. Matt Amonte got all rookie team honors, and then John Wernley for Assumption University won the NE10 championship. His Greyhounds team won in a one-goal game over Post University on Saturday night. So congratulations to John Wernley. He's one of the great stories in the program. He played JV hockey at Tilton. For whatever reason, they didn't necessarily see that upside that we saw. He came here, he developed for 2 years, got better every single game, and now he's playing at the college level, doing really well. So great job, John. Another player who's had a similar story and looking to have the same impact in his freshman season is Kevin Johnston. He recently made a college commitment to the University of UMass Dartmouth. We've had some great players who've gone from our program on to UMass Dartmouth, in particular Blake Harlow. But Kevin is a goal scorer. Kevin had 18 goals in the regular season this year with 19 assists. He played extremely well at the EHL All-Star Classic, where he had 5 points in that 4-game series. And he's going to look to add some offense to the UMass Dartmouth lineup. UMass Dartmouth plays in the MASCAC, and they have had a very good season this year. Had some really great rivalry games, an overtime game against Plymouth State. So we're going to be looking for big things from Kevin. And congratulations, Kevin, on your college commitment. Also, upcoming, really important, if you have an interest in becoming a part of Wolves history and part of our roster for future seasons, we have our tryouts coming up. March 16th, we have 2 hours of tryouts for different birth years. You can go onto our website, check it out. It's only $10 to register. You got to make sure you pre-register before the tryouts so we can know that you're coming and get you fitted for a jersey, participate in tryouts that night. That'll fill up our youth teams and potentially with some of our junior teams if if we have the right fit for that level. So make sure you go check out our website and go register today. That's it, folks, for this week's edition of Wolves Hockey Show. We got a ton of action coming up here with our EHL playoffs. Last week of our EHLP games this week, and then the playoffs the following week. So hopefully we got a couple more episodes here as the Wolves go on a long run towards an EHL and EHL Premier Championship. Thanks for tuning in. For more information, go to our website, www.ne-wolveshockey.com.